He was late entering the race, but that's not unusual. Previous incumbents have waited until the last moment before declaring. This campaign video of Emmanuel Macron was released as he announced he was running. But it means over the last few weeks the French public have seen more of Macron talking about Ukraine and Vladimir Putin than engaging with voters. He had his first public walkabout a few days ago in the eastern town of Dijon and heard plenty about inflation and rocketing fuel prices. This man is asking him what he's doing about the cost of living, saying he's a father, is 46 years old and can't live on what he earns. Is that normal, he asks. There's sympathy from Macron, but he also says there is no magic formula. He's portraying himself as he did 5 years ago, as the man to unify his country.
Je me bats pour le projet qui est le mien.
I'm fighting for my project, for this vision of the unity of France. I've tried to maintain it during these 5 years. We know the difficulties, the divisions that exist. I also think we have a project for the future, whereas many others are nostalgic.
Macron benefited from a domestic boost that came from his handling of the Ukraine crisis. But there are indications that may be waning. And there's criticism from those who believe he's failed to achieve on this and other foreign policy issues.
If there is a peace agreement under the auspices of Turkey, then what he has been doing would be useless. And the French will say, well, he's been speaking a lot, but not obtaining the minimum of what you promised. So it may harm him.
He's accused of being aloof and out of touch by his opponents, but also seen as a steady hand in a crisis, such as the global pandemic. A poll a few days ago indicated Macron would get 27% of the vote in the first round, while Marine Le Pen of the National Rally Party is moving up gradually to 20%. If Macron and Le Pen meet again in round 2, as they did in 2017, the polls say he will be re-elected, but it's far from guaranteed. Macron has clear plans for pension reform that are unpopular in many quarters and remains vulnerable to soaring fuel and cost of living prices. Victory is not being taken for granted.
5 years ago, he emerged from relative anonymity to gain power, casting himself as the newcomer, as the outsider. Now, as a known quantity with plenty of political baggage, Emmanuel Macron is asking France to trust him once again. Francis Collings, TRT World in Paris.